Good morning, team. This is day 3 of week 2. Welcome back to Disco Fitness live at the Barn Theatre. I'm David, Coach Disco from CrossFit Cirencester.
And I'm Anna, and thank you again for joining us. So today we are taking you back to the capacity workout. We did a version of that last week, didn't we?
We did indeed. So we got on to Chris Hinshaw's Pain Train and introduced us that last week.
He is the master of capacity training.
We're going to hit that again today. So our session today looks a bit like this. We're going to do some squat warming up to make sure we're ready for the workout.
Yeah, a lot of squats.
And then we're going to go to a little mini Metcon. So it's 2 rounds of that mini Metcon today, before we then go through and hit that capacity workout and finish up with an AMRAP.
Yeah.
6 minutes today, I think, isn't it?
6-minute AMRAP today.
So it'll be lots of fun. And our quote today, I think, comes from Anna's brain today.
Yes, so be kind to your body and your mind. So what we mean by that is sometimes we just think about one side, don't we? We think about either our bodies keeping that healthy or our minds keeping it healthy, but they really go hand in hand, don't they?
Most definitely. So look after both.
Yes.
Very important. So our squat warm-up today, we're going to go through and do some squat sequence stuff. We're going to go through a very serious series of exercises. We're going to go through, open up the hips as we walk up to the mobility stuff. So we'll start with our neutral position. We're going to perform 3 normal squats, just like we practiced early in the week. From there, we're going to turn our toes out.
Like a ballerina.
Yeah, like a ballerina. We do our 3 squats from here. And we're going to take our feet really wide, like a sumo style squat. And we'll walk from that position. Just 3 of each one. Then go the same sequence again with 1 foot forwards. So a neutral position to begin with. And we squat. We turn those toes out. Squat again. And we go to a wide position. Exactly the same thing again. Let's switch feet, exactly the same thing on the side. So left foot forwards this time. Nice neutral position. We're going to squat.
And we're still looking for that chest to be up, aren't we?
Exactly. Turn the toes out.
Knees to be out.
Find that nice wide position again.
Yep.
And finish up now with some internal rotation. So we're going to turn the toes in, but still push those knees out. That tension we talked about yesterday. Tension on that hip. Again, nice wide base. Toes still out. Sorry, toes still in, knees out. 1 foot forwards. Wide base. Nice little pop. So the hip or the ankle?
The ankles.
Okay, exactly the same thing, other foot forwards. Toes in, knees out. Slightly more narrow. And we go back to that wide sumo style. So what that allows us to do, it allows us to move more all the muscles around your hips. The ones that turn your toes in and turn the toes out.
Absolutely.
Hopefully you can feel that here where we targeted yesterday.
Yes. So now it's time to raise that heartbeat rate a little bit more, isn't it? So we're going to start with our high knees. 40, do you want to do the low scale?
Yeah, so I'm going to do an easier scale for you guys.
I'll do the harder scale. So we're doing 40.
I'm just doing a straightforward
High knees.
A march. And I'll swap when Anna finishes her 40.
30. 40.
Well done.
So I'm going to turn around so you can see from behind.
I'm going to do the same thing but side on.
You're going to go fast this time?
If you want me to.
40 butt kickers then.
$20.
Oh, beat me.
$30.
I'll finish when you finish.
9 and 40. Well done, team.
Right, 10 toe touches. So keep a nice flat back. Just gonna stretch forward. I'll do it side
Again,
on.
if the range of motion isn't quite good enough for that, just work to whatever you can manage. The knees, maybe your shins.
So just 10 of those. And then everyone's favorite, burpees. 5 burpees, guys.
So I'm gonna go feet out, feet in, stand up. This is the easier scale.
That's 5. We've got 2
And
rounds.
5.
Right, high knees for you
Okay.
this time.
Jiggle that forward through to my stomach. So I'm turning it into an A skip this time. So sort of in between.
You tell me when.
20.
So we're doing 40 again.
30.
I'll let you get your breath back.
7, 8, 9, and 40.
Butt kickers, so I'm going to do the fast version.
So I like to add my arms this one.
20,
Squeezing my heels, try and touch my butt.
30. Done. Toe touches.
So a nice steady rhythm. Doesn't be too ballistic or too dynamic.
Burpees. Let me do the hard one, you do the hard one.
Sounds good?
Shock. Right, we're going half step. So I'm doing the scale this time.
Nearly headband time already.
Well
job,
done,
team.
guys. That was tough, that was a good warm up.
Nice little one. Get your heart going.
Into the capacity.
Capacity workout. So we spoke last week about Chris Hinshaw's capacity
Yeah.
work and how we work over 5 rounds. Each round's worth 1 minute.
So we're working in 20-second blocks, aren't
Yeah.
we? So we've got 3 movements for you. 20 seconds on your squat jump, 20 seconds on your squat hold, and then 20 seconds nice and slow tempo. Should we demo?
Yeah, so basically with this one, we'll make sure that first 20 seconds is fast. You're working to max efforts.
Looks a little bit like this. Yeah, should we demo? So you're working as fast as you can, as low as you can to as high as you can.
Some of you won't necessarily be able to do those jump squats for 20 seconds, so just by all means just do normal squats as fast as you can, or squats to chair like we've practiced so far this week.
It's just about speed, isn't it?
Yeah.
So then we have a squat hold. We have practiced this in day 1 of this week's workout.
So we can either squat at the bottom, so we're under no tension at all, so you must get a chance to relax, but they're actually stretching.
Yes.
Or we can start slightly higher up and holding at that 90 degrees in it, so your hip creates and knees in one straight line. That will be obviously a lot more challenging.
So we're looking for here. So this is relaxed.
So your butt
This is
splits on the heels.
tension.
Okay.
Into our third movement, nice and slow controlled tempo. This is your recovery phase. So we don't want you to rest, we want active recovery. So nice. You can control the pace. The slower, the better.
Yeah. There's a chance you get some rest back, really. 5 rounds are going to be quite challenging.
So we have 5 1-minute blocks. Me and David are going to take it in turns, just so we're able to coach and not get too out of breath. But you will be doing every single round for 5 rounds.
Okay. So we've got 1 minute on the clock. The clock's going to count down from 1 down to 0. And we're going to have 5 rounds.
I'll start.
And
so starting fast squats or your squat jumps.
Athletes, stand by.
It's just 20 seconds.
So 20 seconds of work. We'll keep an eye on the clock as we go through. And this is a max effort, so we're trying to go as fast as we can on these ones. Typically we program this kind of stuff at the end of a workout, but we're using today for extra conditioning. Good news, team, that's 5 seconds to go.
Feel it.
Down and hold. Holding that squat. So we said, you can either hold it under tension part way up, which gives you slightly different stimulus, so we can hold at the bottom, relax. Which will make it a little bit harder actually when you start doing the squats again. 10 seconds.
I'm feeling the burn. Are you feeling the burn? You'll feel the burn next.
I'll definitely feel the burn, yes, no question.
3, 2, let's move. So control that pace.
So remember, there's no rest in between rounds or reps. This is your chance to recover.
Flush those legs out. They will be full of what we call lactic acid. So it's that burning sensation. We need to flush it out.
5 seconds, team.
Go for it. Round 2, guys. You're straight back in. Fast moving squats. So David is opting to not do the jump. It's absolutely fine.
Basically, it just makes it a normal movement rather than plyometric.
5 seconds. 3, 2, and hold. So under tension, ideally, keep that chest up. Doing really well, guys. 10 seconds. You're nearly there. And we get to move and flush them out. 2, let's go. Control that tempo. You are in control at this point. You can go as fast and slow as you want to. I would stay slow.
Such a relief. 5 seconds, team.
Round 3's coming up. Right, guys, let's go.
Here we go. So I said a minute ago, Anna's doing the plyometric movement, so that's slightly more dynamic. It'll definitely mean the heart rate's up. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get more of a burn.
Oh, I don't know.
5 seconds.
Oh, hold it.
Holding, holding, holding. So again, making sure you're holding the tension. Want that extra bit of a discomfort.
These knees, keep them out, guys, because they're going to want to come in. They're going to want to relax.
Yeah. So chest up as proud as you can. 5 seconds after these, so close.
Ugh. Okay, let's move.
So this is active recovery. Again, keep those heels on the floor, chest up and proud, knees out, just keep moving. So this kind of workout, round 3 is normally the worst one. Once you get to round 4, we know that the end's nearly in sight.
You can do this, you can definitely do this. Go for it. Round 4. This definitely is mind over matter, isn't it, this kind of workout? So. You definitely have to keep strong-willed and keep pushing, not to stop. The benefits of this kind of workout do come through into other workouts. And hold. Brilliant. Doing really, really well, guys.
More uncomfortable yourself. Let's go hands behind the head, that prisoner style we talked about yesterday.
10 seconds and we can start moving. Hang in there, 5. Okay guys, let's start moving. Slow that tempo. Keep flashing it out. We've got one more left, haven't we?
You have.
Just one more.
I did the maths before the session started.
You can always hang on for one more.
Yeah, definitely. Off we go, team. Last round.
I know it hurts. I can feel it too. You just got to keep going. This is a workout where you really have to push through.
Emma's doing very well, but don't speak at the same time as doing these. That's impressive.
Chris Henshaw would be proud of me, wouldn't he?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, squat.
Down, hold. So again, holding under tension, a little bit hurry up. We want to make it more challenging.
So I'm fighting these knees now to keep them out because they want to come in and relax. So stay strong.
Less than 10 seconds. Flush it out for one more time.
Oh, let's go. We made
Last time,
it.
team. Hang on, last 20 seconds. 15 on the clock. So we need a little bit of a breather once we finish this round. So a bit harsh on our part to force you to go straight into the workout.
2.
You get a high five. You guys get virtual high fives. Well done.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, really, really good challenge. So you can see how these kind of workouts really work very well.
They do.
We could change those numbers around slightly. So if we're finding it hard to maintain all that work for 20 seconds, you might decide to do just 12 seconds worth of work and hit some like 8 reps. Have a longer period of time in that active recovery. So you might do like a 12 seconds, 10 seconds, and the remaining time just active recovery. So it's very easy to scale that kind of workout.
Absolutely. And again, you can take the jumps out to make it a little bit easier. You can use a chair. So there is always a version, isn't there?
Yeah. It's designed to be uncomfortable, so it's going to be uncomfortable, but it's only 5 minutes, so it's not so harsh.
Right, so we are going on to our AMRAP, a 6-minute AMRAP. So let's go and demonstrate some of the movements, and you might need a bit of kit for this one.
So we've got all sorts of stuff out today. We've got kettlebells, dumbbells, and we've even borrowed from Tweedy, Steve, the social distancing broom.
So our first movement is a deadlift. Now, we did a version of this in the warm-up where we were leaning forward and touching our toes. So that is your first option. We want to keep our backs nice and flat. I'm moving my hips, back, 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 softening the knees.
So think of it as a push through the floor, like you pick up something heavy like a can of paint or dog food, or even shopping.
If you have weights, water bottles, or even the broom, it's exactly the same movement. I'll do it from side on. David, do you want to do it?
So the broom is a grip that's just outside hip width, and then from here, stick your bottom down and back, straight from the side.
Brilliant. So see if you can find something that you can do this movement with, or you can just touch your toes. Now, we are going to do 15 of these in the workout. Once you've done that, we move on to our second move, the burpee. We've been using this a lot. It's a brilliant all-round move, isn't it?
Compound movement, so everything's being used in a burpee.
But I'll demo again for you. So, do you want to do a scale
Pretty
version?
straightforward. So a scale version, we can step, exactly the same thing, step, step, chest to the floor, step, step. So you can see when I'm using that high mountain climber that we practice a lot, or we can take the press up out, and it becomes a jump burpee rather than adding that press up.
We are doing 12 burpees. Once you complete 12 burpees, we are moving on to the calf raise. We haven't used this yet.
Not yet.
So, basically, if I demo, I'll demo side on. I'm going to come up onto my toes as high as I can. I'm going to squeeze and pause, and then lower myself back down. Now, some of you might find this a bit challenging on your balance, so you might need to grab a chair or a wall, or even someone to hold on to while you're doing this. You're doing 9 repetitions.
That's by far the easiest part of the workout.
You will need that recovery. There is a reason. So remember, we're working for 6 minutes. So So once you've done 15 deadlifts, you move on to 12 burpees into 9 calf raises. And you keep repeating until 6 minutes is up.
And as always, quality is the key. There's no point you guys rushing through with horrific form and hurting yourself just for the sake of getting a really high score. We'd rather you spend time on a quality movement every single time.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, 6 minutes on the clock.
6 minutes on the clock.
So remember, me and David will be taking turns in this and sharing the work. So don't worry about what speed we are going at. You just work to your own pace.
The clock's going to count down for you guys, so it will count down from 6 down to 0. So it gives you a rough idea of how close you are to the finishing.
So we are counting as many rounds and reps as possible.
Athletes, you have 10 seconds.
I think I'm going to use the dumbbells to start with. So 15 deadlifts to start with. So I'm going to do these nice and controlled.
Yeah, always focus on that nice flat back. Keep that back as extended as possible. Try and utilize your legs. Push the floor away. So make sure it's not just a hinge from your hips. It actually feels like a squat motion. You're pushing the floor away. Good, Anna.
That's 9. Do you want to do some?
That's right, we'll do the 12 round, that's fine. Means I get the burpees.
12, I can help you. 13, 14, 15. So we move on to the burpees, 12 burpees.
So we take a nice steady pace because 6 minutes is quite a long time.
It is, and we've only got 3 movements. How many are you doing?
4 so far. 5.
Do 6, we do 6 each.
6, okay, tag in.
I'll do the scaled
So Anna
version
chose the
today.
scaled option. This is 8. 9.
I'll do some faster ones.
10. 11. And 12. So on to the calf raises. Six, halfway. 7, 8.
9.
That's 9. So I'll go straight into the deadlifts.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to use Steve the social distancing broom.
Do you want to show them side on again, David?
Yep.
So look at David's back position. Remember what we said? A nice flat back. How many are you doing?
This is 7 so far.
Okay.
Nearly there. 11. 12.
13. Back into the burpees then.
Well done, team. Off we go. So this kind of work in class, we probably have the men for this kind of rep range, maybe 100 kilos. Again, obviously this is very scaled. You can scale down to whatever weight is sensible for each athlete. For the females, they're probably working at maybe at 70 kilos, scaling down to, again,
That's
equal
6.
weight.
Off you go. So if you are lucky enough to have weights at home, like David said, you can add weight to this workout. Just make sure it's a weight that you can manage sensibly.
Calf raises.
Calf raises.
Good tempo.
Like a ballerina. 7.
Good.
8, 9. So I use the water bottles this time.
Just through halfway, team.
Okay, sideways.
So again, if you're using water bottles or dumbbells, don't be trying to tilt them forwards. Just reduce that range of motion, make sure you're not going too deep, compromising your position on the back. As you all know, Anna's pretty flexible. That's not necessarily a normal position for most people.
That's 14 and 15.
Well done.
Okay, how are we doing on time?
Loads.
Just over 2 minutes left. So I think we've got another round in.
Easily. That's
So
our
6.
So when we jump up, make sure you look at the horizon. Don't want these little cheeky burpees.
Calf raise. Okay, we've got 1.5 minutes coming up, guys. 1.5 minutes.
Might use kettlebell next.
Yeah.
So kettlebell, we could do something called a sumo style deadlift, where the weight goes between your feet.
So if you've only got one object, this is the version to use.
You could use a rucksack.
You can.
Can of paint.
Oh, 1 minute coming up, guys.
We can finish the rounds. And that's 15.
Oh, burpees.
We all say burpees, but they are a brilliant exercise.
That's 5. That's 6. 6 for you. Oh, good speed.
We're almost good speed.
30 seconds left. And we finish.
Deadlifts. Time for deadlifts, I think. I'm going to stand by.
4, 5. Remember to pause. Pause. 6, 7, 8. Go for 9. 5 seconds.
There we go. Time. High five there. High five for you guys.
Well
That
done,
was superb.
guys.
So if you guys do that on your own, again, that's quite a challenging workout.
Yes, absolutely.
Because there's not much rest
No.
for those burpees.
So the calf raises is really the only kind of recovery you're getting. So that's why you need to breathe in that movement and control it.
Especially if you're using heavier weights. If you guys have barbells with 60 plus kilos on, that's going to be quite a challenging workout.
Absolutely. Well done, guys. Should we cool down?
Bit of a cool down, yep.
I think so.
So then quite a lot of stuff today again for the legs, of course. So we're going to hit the legs in some slightly different range of motion today. We're going to start with the figure of 4. That's this position here. So yesterday we did the hurdle stretches.
Yep.
So our half kneeling stuff. I'm going to basically recreate that. So my half kneeling today is this position at the back, whereas yesterday it was here, we're now back in front. I'm going to lean back, squeeze my butt really tight,
Yep.
push my hip forward so I can feel it now through the front of my thighs. And again, as per normal, 30 to 45 seconds for us in this session. Ideally, you want to hit up to a minute, really. So from there, we're going to walk forward. So we're going to try and get your hands on the floor. We're going to use this shin as our guide, making sure our body stays as neutral as possible. So hands on the floor. If that's okay, you come down to your elbows. Some of you might be able to manage that position. This is obviously stretching your hips. You go any further?
Yes, I can.
So I think Anna can probably get her head down to the floor. There's no way I'm going down there today. So work to a range of motion that's beneficial for you. Slowly come back up. Let's go back foot out in front. Do some toe tests at the beginning. This time you can hold your toe this time and very slowly let that leg go out straight. So now stretching through your calves and your hamstrings all in one. Particularly if you start pulling your toe back towards you, it's definitely a calf stretch. That feels easy for you?
Yeah.
So if that feels too easy, you can take the other elbow to the floor. Feel easy?
Yeah.
Very good. So Anna can reach through and take hold with both hands. That's the end of my range of motion. See, Anna's much more mobile than I am.
Okay.
Going to bring the soles of our feet together, like a modified frog stretch. Keeping the back as flat as possible. You can use your elbows as levers to push your knees down. So we talk about having a princess back. So it'll be nice flat back rather than slouched like an ogre.
So ideally, if you do have time, you want to spend a good 5 minutes recovering and cooling down as your active recovery.
Most definitely.
It really does show a difference when you can spend that time doing it.
Let's switch legs, taking hold of that toe again. Leg going out straight.
Oh, wrong leg. Did the same leg then.
And again, use your scales now. So if you're more flexible, you take that one. So this is my weaker side. I'm not quite as mobile on this side. You can probably just make that out. What's happened is my knee wants to lift up, so I'm trying to keep that knee down. Let me finish up with our figure 4 half kneeling quad stretch, pushing the hip forwards. So again, always be mindful that this knee's not on too severe an angle. A nice steady little cool down. So yesterday we demonstrated using the rollers. So again, you can go through and do some stuff with the rollers today if you want to use the rollers. Make sure you're fully recovered. Again, it'll be quads, the front of your legs and your hamstrings, and again calves.
Yeah, so if you have the time to do that, please do. Obviously, we don't have that time to do this live, so where you can, do it.
Definitely have a go.
Awesome.
That's another session complete.
That was amazing work. Yeah, absolutely. Day 3 is always one of the worst days when you're working through a 5-day program.
Yeah, we call it hump day.
Yes.
Once you get over that hump, the weekend's on the way. It's normally team training for us on Saturdays, and that's what we look forward to.
So we've got 2 days left of this program. So I hope you're excited, and I hope you can stay with us to complete the journey, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yep. Thank you, team. High fives from you guys.
Well done, guys. Take care and see you tomorrow.